Hello, everyone. Um, I'm Jacoby. Today we're doing something a little different. This is a game that I've very recently found. Um, that I thought looked kind of sick, and it is. I get it's Super Candle World. Um, I found it. That I was scrolling through the Steam newly released games. And I saw this and I watched the little promo for it. I'm like, okay, movement's kind of sick. We'll see if we can do something with that. So here's my any percent run that I've been able to come up with over the last couple days. I think it's a very fun run. The main goal of the game is to collect 40 cookies. You're getting the cookies, so Candle can give the cookies to King Candle for his birthday party. It's a really sweet looking game. Um, and it's a bit of a collectathon, very much like the Super Mario World, not Super Mario World, Super Mario 64s and the Banjo Kazooies, just really scaled down. You got a couple mechanics. There's a flight mechanic where you can hold the button and fly. You have a jump and then a hover. Afterwards, you have sprints. So it's really simple, but the main pull of this is just really precise movement to get to things as fast as possible. So, without further ado, let's just get started. All right, so run will begin. Well, I guess I should clarify this beforehand. Run begins when I confirm new game. So when I press A on the new game prompt, run will begin, and then timing for the run will end when I go to the Cookie Palace after collecting 40 cookies, and the cutscene with King Cookie starts. That's when timing ends. All right, so let's get started. Starting the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. So this is the tutorial level. We're going to get every cookie inside of here. If you notice, we are doing something called pumping. It's a mechanic that I've come up with, or a name I've come up with at least. When you start flying, you get a decent boost of speed. So any type of air travel should be done using this pumping technique. Alright, so now that those are done, we are just going to save quit. We're going to save quit back to the main menu. And that's going to get us right out into the world map without having to go through a cutscene. So, we're just going to start moving on. In this level, we need to collect We need to collect 6 cookies. If you see in my splits there, I have the amount of cookies we need. From the mechanics of the game, you can just find cookies in chests like we did in the tutorial. However, we can also find cookies inside of those little doors. So you see that strawberry door I just passed? We'll be going inside and getting one from there in a minute. So in order to get that cookie right there, we need 50 candies. So we're going to go get these quickly. These yellow rings in the sky will refill our glide, as well as give us a little bit of a speed boost. So now that we have all the candies we need, we're going to head over to this door. We're going to run inside it. get that cookie right there. We're at 4 out of the 6 that we need. And then we are heading over to our last cookies that we are going to grab. Right over here. So we get this one on the island quickly. We get to this orange peel, meet the cycle. Nice. Oop. Flying is a little bit weird in this game, but that's fine. Anyway, so those are our 6 cookies for this level. Alright, now we are heading on down to Mount Banana. So in Mount Banana here, we get all the cookies. Makes it a little bit easier to not have to worry about our cookie count and do some extra levels that we don't need to. Mount Banana is just a generally fast level. Ooh, that was real close on the. That was really close on that orange slice cycle. So we're just going to go through here. We're just gonna run through. We are going to be collecting all the candies and all the cookies in this level. Ooh. Alright, so that can happen. This game's also a little jank with its collision, so you can just kind of get stuck a little bit. That's not the worst thing in the world. So we're gonna grab this one here, then we are going to get on top of here and grab our golden ring. Flying starts in whatever direction you're looking in, which is a little bit weird. You'd think that it'd be in the direction that the camera is in, but it's based on the direction that that candle boy is facing. Alright, so now that we have that, we're gonna spawn back down at the top of the cake. And we're gonna start going through the doors. Alrighty. Alrighty, here, there we go. We're gonna leave, and we are going to head down to the next door. Alright, so this will be 4 out of 5. The last door is 75 candies, so we need at least that to pass through. Alright, we got 76, we're good. One of the things that I had been looking into is skipping the candy door numbers by flying to the other things there, but it's not super possible. Ooh, unlucky cycle. I had misaligned myself. That's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. Man, I cannot get this cycle straight. There we go. Just trying to risk your strat. If you are absolutely quick enough, you can get to that second orange, but it's fine. Alright, so we have all of those done, so now we are heading down to Hot Sorbet. And this will be the place where we find the one and only boss fight of the level. Alright, so you do have the ability to move as soon as the level opens, even during the cutscene. However, the way that the movement is oriented during there just typically, more often than not, leads to death rather than the rather than actually being worth something. So we're gonna go run through, collect all these candies quickly, as we need 50 for this level. Once we get our 50 candies, we can just ignore everything else. Alright, so we got enough. So we're gonna grab this chest. Gonna grab these two over here. We're gonna head up to the boss fight. Alrighty. So, this is the lava monster of Hot Sorbet. These don't have names. So, we're just coming up with a name on the spot. Alright, so now that that's done, what he's gonna do is he's going to flip around, and we're gonna fly over here, and we're gonna go jump on the big bump on his head. Really simple boss. Alright, that's two. Alright, so luckily the boss fight does not restart. We got hit by a thing over there. It's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. There we go. Alright. Good pattern. We end up right over here. There we go. And we can start running down. Alrighty. So we are going to head over to... We are now heading over to one of our other cookies that we are going to grab. This is the flying challenge of the level. Alright, so we're going to respawn back at the island now. Some of the chests will just let us respawn, because they're so far away that they don't want... They realize that the run back was a little bit redundant, so... Alright, so we're gonna get 7 cookies over here. Okay, interesting. Alright, we gotta kill all these enemies to get this cookie. And we're going to come back up here for the 50 cookie door. There we go. Alright, we have all the cookies in that level. We're good. So the menu's technically active while the screen is black still. So we can indeed just run. Alright. Now heading over to Running Cake. This is a 2D level. That you can just kind of get stuck on sometimes. Seeing as this is a 2D game, this is a 2D level in a 3D game, it's not implemented the best. But we make do with what we have. Alright. Reset quickly. Ugh. Okay. Bit unfortunate. now that we got all the cookies there, we can quit. We're gonna head back to the menu. Should be at 27. Yes, we are. All right, so on our way to the next big place, we're gonna head to the secret island here. And we're gonna grab an extra cookie. All right. Now we're gonna head to Hot Lava Cake. Ooh, this map is in a different orientation than I'm normally used to. All right, so we're heading to Cake of Doom, affectionately known as Hot Lava Cake. Ooh, okay. It was a little sketchy, but we made it, so we're good. Alright, so, again, we're just gonna keep pumping. Taking the occasional platform to refill our flight meter. Alright. So that's actually kind of good, because now we got decent height. It can be a little bit slow. Alright, so this section we just have to fly through. We can do some pumps if we're feeling pretty good. But now that we've gotten here. Alrighty. Alright, we're just gonna keep pumping our way to the end. Unfortunate. And that is Hot Lava Cake. We're gonna jump back in. We're gonna head to Milky Way. There it is. Alrighty, so in Milky Way we are going to grab the last couple cookies we need. First is this, right? That guy you gotta jump on. Right, grab that cookie. Alright, now we're gonna head over and grab this one right here. Okay. Grab this one. We're gonna go through and get we're gonna get the cookie up here by killing the spiders. Go. Then we're gonna make that kind of tricky jump all the way over. 5, we're good. That's Milky Way. And now we are heading back to the first level, Birthday Cake. We never saw this level, because by getting 6 coins, we can skip. By getting 6 cookies, we can skip it. But we just need to grab 3 cookies. So we're gonna go here, go grab that one, grab the cookie behind the waterfall. Interesting. Gonna head up. And that's it. That's the 40 cookies we need. Alright, so we're gonna head to the King's Chamber. And we're just gonna run. We're gonna fly in. And once we get that cutscene, and time. So yeah, that was Super Candle World Any Percent. Really cool game. It's got some precision movement that's really nice. There's definitely more strats and skips that you can do, as with all those pushers. I'm sure you can get good angles to maybe get some diagonal momentum. But yeah, so yeah, we kind of got like a little new world. We gave enough power to our king with the cookies, and yeah, he's really happy. So thanks for playing. Um, I'm saying that like I made the game. These are the people that made it right over here. They did a great job. And yeah, so see you guys next time.